Hello, welcome to Cow Free Kicks. On this channel I review leather-free sneakers only, and today I've got an absolute banger. I've been looking forward to this shoe for so long. Let's get straight into it. It is the Nike Air Jordan 1 High Zoom CRATER. When I review a pair of shoes, I always look into 5 main things, and at the end of the video I give them an overall rating out of 5 stars. If you like what you see as you're going along, don't forget to click the little thumbs up below on your device to give the video a big like, and also you can subscribe to the channel. If you've got 2 seconds, just click the subscribe button below on your device, and if you click the little bell next to it, you'll get a notification every time a fresh review drops on the channel. Now, this is the Nike Air Jordan 1 High Zoom CRATER, and if you're not aware, it's part of Nike's Move to Zero initiative. It's part of really like the space hippie range that they've done recently, where they're trying to move to a zero carbon and zero waste company. So this sneaker involves a lot of recycled materials, which I'll get into in a minute, but before I do, let's take a look at how these look on feet. I think these Jordan CRATERs look incredible on feet. I absolutely love the way that these sneakers look. I really do love the full Move to Zero space hippie range that Nike have done with the Nike Vapor Max 2020s and the full space hippie range that they've just released. I think they look really good. I think it's really nice to see a pair of Jordan 1s that aren't decked out in leather and suede and also have a different look to them than they normally would. Let's start firstly with this grind sole on the sneakers that's made from recycled rubber. It's incredible. It just looks so colourful. Absolutely love the way the sole on this sneaker looks. As you move around to the midsole here, you've got some more recycled rubber speckles that you can see that run around this midsole. The midsole on Jordans is always incredibly tough when you go to touch it, so don't expect to feel any give in this midsole at all, because it's incredibly hard rubber. Then what you've got on the upper is predominantly you've got this fully recycled polyester upper. You can see there recycled element dots within this. Then you've got some synthetic leather overlays on the swoosh, which has enlarged zigzag detailing. Again, there's more zigzag embroidery detailing with this kind of scarlet, what they're calling it is scarlet red, but to me it looks more like an orangey red. And in the box you get 2 sets of laces. You get these black laces, and you also get what you can see behind me and what I wore in the video on feet, more of an orangey red pair of laces. I prefer this more subtle look with the black laces. As you move around to the tongue, you've got some more oversized stitching here with the Air Zoom branding just on the tongue. The tongue for me just feels a little bit clumsy in this recycled polyester and foam. Just feels a bit big and chunky, and it's quite difficult to get into place on your foot when you're wearing them. But I do like the fact that you get this kind of open foam detailing at the top, which is a nice unfinished look that runs also all the way around the heel cup for the sneaker. You've got some Jordan emblem branding on this side of the sneaker. On the outside you can just see it's very subtly imprinted on the synthetic leather. A little bit of a zoom tag there. Really do love how these sneakers look, and I'm a massive fan of using the recycled products to make sneakers, because really that is the future of all sneakers. Next I want to move on to their comfort, where I'm going to put this Zoom midsole to the test. What I normally like to see from running the curb test on my back doorstep today is a little bit of responsiveness and definitely a lot of give. Normally I like to see a lot of flex in the sneaker and bounce back from the midsole, but this didn't offer anything. You could see there's absolutely no give in this chunky recycled mid that you get with the Nike Air Jordan CRATERs. But what Nike have done is on the inside of the sneaker, instead of having an insole as such, there's a layer of fabric, and underneath that is a full length Zoom unit on this sneaker. So it does have a nice amount of comfort when you're walking along. So whilst you've got this incredibly rigid midsole here, the air unit inside the shoe, just underneath where you normally find an insole really, it's just a layer of fabric above a Zoom unit inside the sneaker. You do get a nice amount of comfort from that, which was surprising because, to be honest, I don't find Air Jordans that comfortable normally, but these did add a nice amount of comfort. Next, I want to move on to their weight, where I'm going to put them on the scales and show you how much they weigh. Oh, they come in at 455 grams. These are a heavy sneaker. They feel heavy in hand, and unfortunately they do feel a little bit heavy on feet as well. Now what we've got is the grind grip, which is incredibly versatile and durable and will be incredibly long lasting. You've got a very heavy mid on the sneaker as well with this hardened, partly recycled rubber. Then you've got this very heavy set recycled canvas material, which is very dense on the top of the shoe. And as you can see, there's a large amount of foam detailing in the heel for the sneaker as well. That creates a very heavy shoe, unfortunately. For me, a little bit too heavy. I know what you're getting with the sneaker, which I'll talk about at the end, but I just feel they're a little bit on the heavy side. Next, I want to move on to their breathability, where I'm going to pump smoke through the sneaker to see if this recycled polyester upper has any breathability to it at all. They are a little bit of a disappointment breathability wise. Well, I'd say a big disappointment, to be honest. Now, I was expecting maybe a little bit of breathability from this recycled polyester upper, but it is incredibly dense. You can see that the smoke only really escaped from the sides of the laces here, where these side panels didn't quite fit over the top of the tongue. So unfortunately, these aren't going to be very breathable at all. Now, I ran the comparison against the Nike Vapor Max 2020s because they're the most breathable sneakers that I've probably ever reviewed. So you can see how breathable a pair of sneakers can be compared to these, which unfortunately only let the smoke escape from around the lace looped area underneath the tongue, which means they might be really good, well, they will be really good for winter months, but if you're going to wear these in any humidity at all, or the spring summer months, you're just going to get incredibly hot feet. So it's a little bit of a letdown because I was hoping some smoke might have escaped from this dense polyester upper, but because it's so dense, it didn't. Next, I want to move on to their price. Now these come in at £155. I think that is a little bit rich for me, to be honest. I think it's a bit too much money for what you're getting with the shoe. I was hoping these were going to come in around the Space Hippie prices, maybe even around £130, but £155 I think is just a bit too high. That's going to bring me on to my overall score for the shoe. Now, I found these incredibly difficult to rate because I absolutely love the way they look. There's no doubt these are an incredibly good looking pair of sneakers, and I love what they stand for with the sustainability movement and the recycled uppers. But I do struggle massively with the fact that they're not breathable and they're overpriced and they're overweight. So for me, I'm going to give these a solid 3.5 stars. Unfortunately, I can't give them any more just because of the fact that they weigh too much, they're too pricey, and they're not breathable. Comfort-wise, they're okay, and looks-wise, they're incredible. So I think that's a fair score overall. If you agree or disagree, don't forget to drop some comments below. You can also follow me on Instagram, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers for watching, bye.